Hi guys, Anel Tunes here, the African Mix Master in another mastering tutorial. And today we are talking about limiting. Please, first and foremost, like this video and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. I've done quite a number of them. I've done about multiband compression, equalization, both basic and advanced equalization. I've talked about limiting. I've talked about harmonic distortion, tape saturation. Please just go through my channel and you'll find all these videos there. So today we're talking about limiting, and let's try and listen to the song.
Love me the way I am, take me the way I am. Love me the way I am, take me the way I am.
It's the one we have worked with all through to this point. You're very familiar with it. It's a song by Casey, produced by Casey Steele. And now let's look at what we call limiting. Limiting is simply giving the song optimal loudness or maximum loudness. There's a basic way that we use limiting that we all know just by using these basic limiters. In Logic, it's called the add limiter, and I'm using the Waves limiter, the L2 limiter. There are very many limiters out there. But we should also note that when using limiting, we need to use what we call the loudness meter to see how much RMS volume we are getting, okay? Let me first look for the meter here. I'll use the Waves meter, which is this. Now this one here helps me get to know how much sound or how loud my song is. It has the range loud units. Here it has loud units full scale. Here it also has loud units full scale, short term. This is long term. This is range. You may not have these on your loudness meter, but I've just used one in particular because it gives me a lot of detail. So long term, it tells you over a certain period of time when the song is playing, the average loudness that you get. So the smaller the figure here, say -5, -7, the lower -4, the louder the song is on average of the whole song. And the louder, the smaller the figure here, say -5, -7, -8, that means that's how loud the song is short term, in beats, in small beats. So we always have to look at this particular figure here, which is in general, it gives us a general loudness of the whole song. So I'm going to use the L3 here. Normally I take it down just like, say, -2. Yeah, that's just enough as long as it's not clipping. Okay. And then I'll play, and I pull down the threshold. So the lower I pull down the threshold, the louder the song will be. I leave the release at around, it's actually an automatic release, but it's at around 1 milliseconds, which could be, in case it wasn't automatic, I would still put it at 1 milliseconds because I want a very fast release. And since we are going to bounce the song for, what do I call it, for listening, it's going to be converted to MP3 and stuff like that. It's very good if we put this at 16 bits, okay, because it's going to be bounced for MP3 and listening and stuff like that. But in case you don't really mind about it, you can just leave it at 24-bit, because I don't want to go so much into this depths here because they'll confuse you. But you can also leave it the way it is, because all these ones here have their functions. For example, the shaping deals with the noise. Okay, so I'll leave it at normal. I'll not touch that. I'll just go for the basic things particular here. And so let's listen and get to feel, try to get our loudness here.
Love me the way I am, take me the way I am. Love me the way I am, take me the way I am. Love me the way I am, take me the way I am. Love me the way.
You see, just by pulling down 6 dB on the threshold, we are getting at around -9 that's already now it's getting loud. And on average, I would say -9 is very okay. But though we Africans love our music so loud, in most cases I've tried to make songs that are moderately loud, but still keeping the dynamics of the song. And clients always tell you, hey, it's not loud enough, try to make it louder, make it boom, I want it to hit. So you end up trying to make it, we end up trying to get very, very loud bounces. So I'll reduce here my volume so we could get, so we don't disturb our ears. And I'm going to pull it down till I feel some distortion. And when I feel the distortion, then I'll have to pull back to a place whereby I feel I don't hear any more distortion.
Love me the way I am. Love me the way I am. Love me the way.
It's always good to do limiting when you're using the loudest part of the song, which I believe is around here.
Take me the way I am. Well done, King. Take me the way. Akasa, umanya timba kusuwa. Zemuri wenera, umanya timba kusuwa. Take me the way I am. Take me the way I am.
Not really. I think the loudest part is the chorus.
Love me the way I am.
The part that has all the recording, all the instruments playing, all the vocals playing in that area, that normally is the loudest part. Some songs it's the climax, which is not the case in this one.
Take me the way I am. Love me the way I am. Take me.
Do you hear it's already distorting, so I have to pull it back a bit.
Love me the way I am. Take me the way I am. Love me the way I am.
Now, to me, a -8 is standard enough because even if you're going to play a song on, if you're going to put it on YouTube or iTunes or SoundCloud or any other those other music streaming platforms, they will always lever it to a certain sound that they want it to be. So no matter how loud it is, it will be brought down. And if it's very loud and it's brought down, it will lose some quality. So it doesn't really matter to make it so loud. So for this particular limiter, that's how far we can go with it. We can push it to get a loudness, and it takes it to our -8. And yes, there's some techniques we could use to make it louder. There's some things we can always go back to in the chain above and deal with some things. For example, we could go back to the equalizer and try to control the low end, because the more low end you have, the less it will go, the less loudness you get. So the less low end that you have, then you can make it a little bit more louder. And if you're just looking for an optimum sound that is just fine enough, I believe this is just enough. It's loud enough, and we haven't lost a lot. But you can hear that the limiter adds a certain character to the sound.
Love me the way I am. Take me the way I.
So basically, this is it for now. But I'm going to do more videos on limiting. I'm going to show you other options of limiting on how to get the maximum output of a recording. So this is the basic way of limiting, and it still passes. It's still very good. But I'm going to show you another technique in my next video. Again, Anel Tunes here. Once again, keep liking these videos and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. See you in my next tutorial of limiting.